Okay, it's March 27th, 28th, and I thought I had a head leak, like a head gasket leak, so there's 4 heads. I don't know which order they're in. Let's pretend this is 1, 2, 3, 4. If not, it's backwards. 1 back there, 4 up front. It's a 4-cylinder. And I thought I had a head leak on this back cylinder back in here. And because this is fan cooled, here's the fan. I got the shroud off. It's over there on the ground. So because this is fan cooled, it sprays all this oil through these aircraft or motorcycle type cylinder heads. These are the cylinder heads down here. And it's really bad at 3 and 4. So I found this hose. This is the oil cooler on this tractor, by the way. I found this hose was leaking, so it was probably being carried over there. Now there does appear to be oil back in there, but I don't think it's coming from the heads. It could be coming from the top here, up by the injector. This one injector is a little damp. It might be loose. So I'm not too sure if that's the case or if it was here. So I just cleaned this up, tightened up. It's a piece of hose going between what I would say is a manifold coming out of this is the oil filter right here. It's a centrifugal kind. It splashes the oil against the wall of the filter. There's a turbine in there, or a rotor, whatever you want to call it. It splashes the oil against the wall of the filter. The dirt clings to the wall, and then the oil's cleaned, and it comes. I don't know if this is on the return or the supply. I'd have to figure it out. So anyways, the gist of it is it comes up here through this oil cooler and cools the oil. So that hose clamp right there was loose, and it's still a little damp around here, so I might clean that a little bit more and fire the tractor momentarily with the shroud off. It's cold enough out today. I just used it to feed cows, but it didn't get worked that hard. So regardless, there could be a leak there. And then on the other side, I had a diesel fuel leak out of the injection pump. So it's making it really oily over here. So back here, there's a banjo bolt right there that is from this fuel line, which I think goes from the fuel filter to the top of the pump. And then these are the 4 outlets for each injector. And then there's this flat plate on here. These 2 are secured by a wire, but that one up there was a little loose, and the one that's hiding behind there was loose. So I've slowed it down considerably, but not 100%. But you can see we're getting oil on the floor mat. There's oil back in here. So unfortunately, one of the problems with the Belarus is they do develop oil leaks, and you got to kind of keep up with them. Otherwise, they do get to be an oily mess. And this tractor's a 78, I think. And any old piece of equipment's like that. But Belarus, they are notorious for oil leaks, and you do tend to have to keep up with them. That's just how they are. It's just a part of the regular maintenance routine. You don't have to spend hours chasing oil leaks. It's once every couple months. You got to go around and fix 1 or 2 oil leaks, and that's just the way they are. This engine's actually a Russian copy. I think it's a D144. It's a Russian copy of the air-cooled Dutes. And then parts of this tractor have, I think the transmission is really just an international. What happened was in World War II, they got a bunch of Lend-Lease equipment, tractors, tanks, airplanes, all sorts of stuff. And they took the best of certain things. Obviously, they felt this air-cooled Dutes. I'm not sure if they got that during World War II, but anyways, I think it's an unlicensed copy of the Dutes. And then, like I say, it's either the transmission or the rear end or both are actually international. So, pretty, they're kind of crafty that way. They like stuff that's fairly robust and will work because they're so spread out and they don't have a mechanic every 10 feet. So this tractor is actually quite simplistic to work on. And it's nice for a farmer because you don't need a laptop to plug into this thing to change a signal light like a John Deere. The new John Deeres are ridiculous when it comes to what you can do on them and what you can't do on them with the let's say farm level maintenance criteria. So anyways, there's lawsuits in the States. I don't want to get into that. I don't own John Deere tractors. Obviously they're new enough, and the creature comforts, you're not bombing around in an open station cab like this and blah blah blah. So anyways, I thought I'd just show you the oil leaks.